Hello. Hello, hello. Throw wide the gates that the ads may pass. Hi, Rex. And also, hi, Clara. No, what, no. You have... I turned it off. I turned it off. I turned it off. I turned it off. This is fun. But hello. By the way, thank you to Janie Flippin' Sue for following while I was offline. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I wasn't online to thank you, but thank you. Great opening pose for your cat. I have something to admit. I'm in group pose right now. That's why it looks so good. I legit spent like that's smart. I spent like a solid 5 to 10 minutes getting an opening shot. Man, doing a group pose on your own, that's sad. No, I use G-Pose for doing screenshots and stuff. That's who made my 30-ounce tumbler, Mylon? Wait, who? Eh? What? Nani? I don't understand. Janie. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. But yeah, we're going to pick up the rest of Stormblood today. I'm hoping to finish it. But if we are to finish it, we're gonna need to go. She's a cup maker and a gamer. Cool. If we are going to finish it though, we need to go ahead and get going because it's already 8:15. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. We're launching into 4.5. Woo!
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news.
Remember that between patches there is a time skip, so be aware of that.
After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring.
So I'm trying this new like diet peach iced tea drink that we got. It is interesting. Usually I really like peach tea. This is only okay. You probably can't hear me tapping the bottle, but that's fine. Head pets. Thank you, Lux. Hello.
Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
Poor Alice.
A great
Hi,
situation
Lux.
indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Cryo!
Cryle! I thought you busy delving into the mysteries of Eureka. When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances. Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Cryle. We would welcome your insight. And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
I know this is a question you should never ask. I'll be like, I'm a Scion too, even if I don't have a Disciple of War or Magic class. Okay, I know this is a question you don't ever ask, but I'm curious how old Cryle is. Because she's so little, and yet she's old enough to have been Alphino's professor, essentially. Like, bro, she's a Lalafell. Like, I get that. But she looks so babby. She's a grown adult. She looks so babby! So do you? No, I don't.
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
She is a baby mom, true. Giggling about Alphino.
That particular
Classic.
grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
Hi, yes, I'm here too.
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
22 is what Wiki says? I refuse to believe that. Unless Lalafels are an adult at 10. Like, I refuse to believe that. That seems, that seems young. That seems young. I'm 22, dang it. Like, there's no way I'm as old as Cryo. There's no shot. There's no way. There's no way.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
We sit at the table. It's quiet. Hi, Cryo.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
More
If we assume
in a
the
void,
ether which
but
comprises
sure.
your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
She's gonna be happy to see us again. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dum. The closest teleport is gonna be Idleshire. Meow 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Sen! Hello, hello! Hello, hello, and welcome! How are you? Oh, this iced tea is making my stomach feel weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Meow. Hey, look, the mount that I never bothered to get. You have read 3 pages in 8 hours? That's a mood. That's a mood. I just found out today that I have an essay due tomorrow as a midterm. That's gonna be fun. I'm already, okay, before people start worrying about me, because I can already hear it, I already have gotten most of my outline done. Now that you're in Chaos Horizons, I can now spray you in there too. Before people start getting mad at me, I have gotten my outline basically done. It's gonna be very simple to get it done tomorrow morning. It'll be great. I perpetually worry about you. Ma'am, I know. I'm curbing it. You were who I had in mind. You probably should. Wait, you probably should worry about me? No. I'm fine. What do you mean? What do you mean? I am. You know, I understand you're worried. Rex! I too worried about him once. Wait, once. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? Wait. 10 years of living with him will fix that! Hey, wait a minute! I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Oh, okay. Hey. I have gained confidence in Mylon. That makes one of us. Hey, yo!
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
And his inability to do things and persistent lack of knowing what he's doing. Exactly, I fly by the seat of my pants. Have you met me worrying about stuff that isn't even happened yet? Oh, I'm aware. Mylon, no! Mylon, yes! Oh my goodness. You must take your leave for now. I'm busy doing 3D CAD work on your rocket. Oh, nice. Okie doke. Thank you for dropping by, son. Head pats, thank you.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders.
I love Matoya so much. I really do.
Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
Blah 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 blah.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she?
Yep.
Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
She's my ungrateful stray. Oh, I love that. I love Matoya so much, man.
Right, let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
I actually remember how successful this is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
I say calm
The
down.
threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could their ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
Ponder.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
That's true. That's true. That's positive. That is optimistic.
Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Oh. Oh, there's a dungeon related to the Ether and Matoya. Have we done it yet? You're talking about... Frickin' the tower one. Up the down staircase. It had frogs. Anti-tower, yeah. Yeah, we've already done that. That was post Heavensward quests. That was post Heavensward. Yep, it's a level 60 dungeon, yeah. So...
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I love Matoya so much, man. The
I'll
sweet
do some
old...
digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
The sweet old lady in the mage, witch, wizard, whatever in the cave is a trope I love to death. Who is like crazy powerful but also crazy forbidden, like and they're just like very sarcastic and sassy. I love it. I love it so much.
let's be off then.
Literally cannot get enough of it.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that by one thing at a time.
Anyway. I love foreshadow. It's my favorite type of storytelling. Anyway, carry on. So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said. Unless... there's no point speculating. Lise said she'd notify the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alamigan Quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight, and leave the search for our friend's lost souls to me. I can't do a good Kryl voice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't do a good Kryl voice. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Alamigan Quarter. Guys, my brain might be slightly fried, but it's fine. Greetings, Scions. The commander told me to expect you. Shall I show you in? Yes, please. Well, no, that's interesting. How did you get here across the sea? That's my question. Especially without Alphino.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
Hi, Maxima.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing.
More like an emergency crashing,
As we stumbled
but okay.
from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alameda?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Yeah, that seems like the smart play.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh, headache time.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too.
Yep.
Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Bum 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 bum. So Alphino is safe, for the present at least. Now all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually glad Lee's tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over the things we can't change. To the Enclave! Man, these expensive teleports. Ah! He says with 2.5 million gil. You have the gil? Look, just because I have Gil, I see you have tidings for Lord Hien, may I show you? Yes. Listen, just because I have Gil doesn't mean I like spending it, alright? Well, there's a lot of people here. Can I? Wait, do you say anything about the, no. Okay. Oh, hi, Serena. After their humbling at your hands, Magni and his Orinir have spent every waking moment upon the training fields. Defeat does not sit well with the son and his children. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the Steppe tribes. Of the Steppe tribes, I guess I should say. We also have been joined by our neighbors from Naxia, and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. These proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. I am glad to see that your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. War is coming. Winter is coming. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for the sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we receive from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I had thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps. Sirius Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators, and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. I am being texted like nuts. Seriously, why do I keep getting texted during stream? This is a reoccurring thing, I don't understand. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Azaz Law firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I will come too if you don't mind. Though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course. Time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Wear the storms. Sariu's Wall. We will cross the burn by Yul and Falcon, as before. Join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. Ba-da-da-dum. Oh, I can't. Okay. Wait. Hi, Ian. Give the word when you are ready to take wing. Head to the burn? Yes. Cutscene! Bum, 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 bum.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
I'm in. 1990s hacker. Woo!
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards, 2,000, 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. $4,000, 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
That is 5,000 yards in the air, or 15,000 feet. That is high. That is high.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wool for us.
I love the way he thinks. I love the way he thinks.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
By the gods, it's Alphino. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
The wall is still
Lower the
up,
barrier.
lady. And another one goes down. Although this one was off camera.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem.
Alice cannot stop catching L's. I know, I feel so bad for her. This is her trauma arc. It really is. This is her trauma arc. And I feel so bad for her, man.
It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
I recognize that gunblade, and I recognize that mask. Gaius Van Baelsar.
Aye, Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given, one I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
So, for those who don't know, for those who weren't here, Gaius Van Baelsar is the BBEG of A Realm Reborn. He is the BBEG of the base game. And again, spewing my drink over my technology. The hints were there, man. If you saw the mask, it's the same mask as Gaius' helmet. Hold on, let me go just so I can prove it to you guys, and I'm not pulling crap out of my butt here. Gaius Van Baelsar. No, I don't need his form here. Show me, yeah. Wait. This is a good picture. It's just, aha, there's a close-up of the mask. Hold on. Let me grab my screenshot tool really quick. Here's a close-up of the mask. So you guys can see the white mask that was there on his hip. That's the same one. Where's his gun blade? Where's a good picture of his gun blade? Here we go. And there's a good picture of his gun blade. So you absolutely can tell I'm not pulling this out of nowhere. It's the same gun blade and the same mask. It is the exact same thing. So, yeah. And if you recall, those hints were there in last week's stream. So, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So, yeah.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded?
For the most part, it's probably been a while. It's been a hot minute.
How I was deceived by La Hebrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
I think that's even the same cloak from his armor.
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion.
Man became an Oath of Vengeance paladin. He did, and we all know how good Oath of Vengeance paladin is. So yeah, he's scary.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
I get the idea now.
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the black-masked ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
I just want to point out the fact that he has three black masks and 2 red masks just hanging there. Those are Ascian masks. Just want to point that out there.
Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source.
How did he permakill Ascians without white auracite? How do you know he was without white auracite? I gathered those were Ascian masks when he first appeared. Exactly. I am of the opinion that Gaius is a lot more resourceful than the story gives him credit for. Or at least the story like obliquely says kind of thing. I definitely, having worked with an Asian in the past, it 110%, especially if he makes it his life's goal to exterminate them, it makes a lot of sense to me that he'd figure out a way to put them down. Yeah.
Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours.
And whoever is the new commander in charge is, using it. Oh, this is the World War I era. Oh, yeah! Yeah! We're talking war crimes now.
Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvas.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Bad comedy indeed, Ian. Bad comedy indeed.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus. All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
They predicted Star Wars Episode 9 before it happened.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Hi, Wolf Queen Ani. Hello, hello. What do I say here? How are you doing? We'll settle this another time.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises.
You're just making your stream a bit spooky cute for tonight. Nice. I am doing good. I am slowly drinking this diet peach iced tea that I got, and I you know, usually I'm a big fan of peach iced tea. This ain't it. This ain't it. Hydrate. I'll hydrate with the tea because I want to finish this. Because I already got it out and it's open, so. It's water-based, right? There you go.
Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
Caramel frap sounds cool. And off he goes.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
Your purple will-o-wisp made by
I am
your
content to
admiral
leave the
friend
fine-tuning of the
Nice,
barrier to
nice.
cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Is so adorable. Man, that sounds great. I am not changing this PNG for Spooky Month. I would, but the best PNG I have is the Dungeon Master PNG, and I use that during D&D streams, so I'm still gonna be in my little box. Get Nika to put a pumpkin on your head. Or Lux. Hey, Lux, if you're still here. I kid. Oh, hi, Hian. Thank you for teleporting me back here. I appreciate me not having to walk back. Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. Bet! Drop pumpkins $3 on the side of the box! Oh my god. You can wait, no, Lux, you can put me, instead of in a box, you can put me in a pumpkin. Like in a hollowed out pumpkin. That would be funny. That would be really funny, I feel like. Your new PNG won't be done till probably December. Darn. At that point, you need a winter PNG for Christmas month with like a Santa hat or something. I've spoken with a physician, and there are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It's gonna be a rigged feral version of you. Nice. While you're at it, put a Santa hat on him or him in a stocking. In a stocking. Oh my goodness. That sounds so cursed. I love bonus points for little paws hanging over the edge. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. You have a free to use PNG Santa hat to add on you? Nice. I don't really, hold on, let me go open up the program I'm using. This doesn't really come with any like additional add-ons, because this is VitoTube. This isn't bet. VTube Studio, whatever it's called. So yeah, this is kind of sort of just. Although, maybe one day I kind of do want to get like a fully fleshed out PNG that like has all the blinking images and the talking images, and make different states for him. So like normal, Angie, sad, I don't know, bunch of different states, kind of like how Bop has on his streams. But anyhow, I share your frustration, Alice, I do. But Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, both yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Seryu's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? So if someone heals it, I can just fight it. Nice. You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Aldenar Trading Company in finding suitable ships. Is Christmas just nothing but Merry Mischief? Exactly! Merry Mischief is exactly correct. As for navigating the distances in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Aldenard friends will consent to any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a chirurgeon accompany him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. Yugiri, I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo. Enlist all those capable of teleportation and put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome this combined strength of the East. All our Stormblood is coming together. Woot woot. Cutscene? Are we getting teleported, or is this a cutscene? This is a cutscene. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant. Dun dun dun! Well, I think I did what I can now to test it. Have a good stream, dear. Thank you! I hope your test goes well.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
I finished the tea. Black.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention.
No, he really didn't. It's kind of called a war crime. I don't know how to explain this concept to you. I can't imagine their plans are OSHA compliant. I don't know, maybe. They probably don't want to get the death chemical on themselves.
A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
I love the music in the background. It's so good. It's so good. It is, mwah, it is delicious.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Well, you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
And what is it that all Ascians do?
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
I mean, he is an Ascian.
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey?
Although, I have to admit, Varus is a quarter Ascian. Like, he has Ascian blood in him. You kind of gotta think about that, because they are related. And I don't know how I feel about that.
If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
You want to punt him? I mean, fair. Fair. Very fair. We must leave now to convene with Eorzea's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Akuro, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I've just received word from Lise. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we've arrived in the locks, we're to report to a resistance officer stationed in Porta Praetoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Man, these expensive teleports. I remember when teleports were capped at 999 gil. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Anyway. Ah, you must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. Accompany the Resistance Fire to Alliance headquarters? Yes! Cutscene. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He is also asleep. Turns out, the headache that occurred in the meeting room, that was the one that put him down.
Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea.
I love foreshadowing. It's my favorite.
The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Ah!
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varissos Galvus would be attending.
Oh! The Emperor!
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Ah.
Gods, Lise. You know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Ah, that would in fact be me. I'll be there.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
You're back from the back room. Welcome back. We reached the war camp. We'd have.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an
You're
early
back just
assault,
in time
we
for
mean
politics,
to position
exactly.
the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Bum, 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 bum. They're gonna gas the meeting chamber, aren't they? I don't know, Lux. We're just gonna have to see. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? All the important leaders in one place? I don't know, Lux. Let's find out. Parley with the emperor. Let's go.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance, on behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
Please. Oh, every time you open your mouth, Lise.
The citizens of Dorma can also attest to the meager arms of imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people.
That's a thinly veiled threat.
There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers?
Man knows his history.
I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait, I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alize says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future.
I'll be honest, the youngest person in that room is also the smartest.
Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Huh. We're just taking our break right here in the tent? Okay. Phew. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphino would have done, and tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the pilot is due to reconvene, though, so why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they have some insight to share. Hi, Merlwib. I will say one thing for this Varys. He is well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. I'm sure Varys would be happy to tell you more. Ha! You would have me ask the Emperor himself. Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. Hi, Nanimo. 12 have mercy. But for Lady Alice's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiating table. Not that Emperor Varys left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he'd arrived, I'd have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly! He's building up to something, I know it! How then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varus to explain himself, I feel like. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease? Mayhap you are right. Thank you, Mylon. I do happen to know the correct answer to these dialogues. I'm not selecting the other one on purpose. This parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus's relationship with the Ascians. As had we all. Yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact. And if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man. If you would indulge me, Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in all of Garlemald, nor else in the heavens, come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of His Radiance's own person. That sounds suspiciously like a religion in itself. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy. Even as they denigrate the idea of faith, they revere their leader with the fervor others reserve for the divine. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they fed us, logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something. You've spoken with everyone, then? Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt. I like the fact that they wrote that the leaders could not agree on anything at a first attempt.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Hold on, I'm going to time out on the cutscene for a second. I like the fact that the first attempt at talks failed. Like, I like that. They didn't just say, oh yeah, we go into talks and it's all willy-nilly and the end result is going to be what the end result is going to be. No, they were smart enough to write that, no, a lot has happened and a lot more has happened that we can't just overlook. Like, their first attempt at talks is gonna fail, but we're smart enough to come back a second time, and everybody is invested enough in this to come back a second time. I really like that trick. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
You can't ever come to common ground with someone if you don't know their motivations.
Finally, you ask the right question.
Bingo!
I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rolga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections.
He's starting to sound like Ultima from 16. I mean, there's probably a reason for that. This is the same dev team, just like a couple years before FF16. I mean, Ultima is different, but Ultima did have a very similar motivation. You are right about that.
That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Asians?
Emperor Varus, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
180 days is practically 6 months, and it's only $12.99 plus tax. I wonder if I can stack it at least thrice. What do you mean? I'm confused. I am confusion. Nani? What? Wait, Bob, how do you have context for this and I don't? Also, hi, Bob.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
It's $12.99 for 30 days. It's sub price. Oh.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Gallian Empire was built by the hand of an Asian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire?
Because one of us is a real FF14 player, hardcore island sanctuary. What do you mean, real FF14 player? My dude.
Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie. Your master's demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence. Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs.
The trouble is that an Ascian does control that.
We would be the masters of our own fate.
I don't know about that.
I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands.
That's a line. Man. Y'all don't know why I'm laughing. It's fine. Says the puppet. Exactly. Ah, man. Y'all don't know why this is funny to me, but it's fine. It's fine. This is funny to me. I run a D&D
Into
campaign.
your hands, perhaps.
It's fine.
But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
I love the little potato scolding the giant in armor. I mean, but she do have a point. She do have a point, though. I'm just saying, I've killed Ascians before. We can defeat Ascians as we are.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
That's... That's a statement. That's a pretty clear unconditional surrender from me, Chief. Yeah, that's what he's going after. Unconditional surrender. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle. So, as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. What is the quest name of this? The Face of War? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
Yep.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
Oh.
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
You're asking the two of the most battle-hardened members of the Scions if they want to fight. Come on, man.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
I love how Ali's saying you are the last Scions. I mean, okay, Kryl is technically still alive. But she doesn't really count. Not really. So, yeah, we're kind of the last Scions. Kryl and Tataru. Yeah, the two of them are still alive, but they also aren't. You're also the two most violent Scions. We are the two most violent Scions. I'm taking that as a compliment. But also, I love, again, not including Tataru, exactly. But I love how Alice goes, oh yeah, no, it's not ready to kill some Garleans, it's not ready to fight some Garleans, it's ready to frighten them. That is poetic to me, that is funny. Imagine going to war against someone who has killed multiple icons, who has canonically soloed icons. I know there's supposed to be trial fights, like, in-game, but that's only because it's an MMO. Canonically, we've soloed them. It's, like, scary how good we are, like, in lore. Legit, it is terrifying how martially capable the Warrior of Light is. Man took on Thornton, the Knight's 12, and the power of Nidhogg all at once, walked away without a scratch. Exactly. Dude, he's a power trip and a half. Not to mention soloed a Great Worm, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Now, okay, I say that. That being said, what with duty support being added to all of the main... Rabon has the right of it. What with duty support being added to all of ARR and Heavensward and Stormblood, there is an argument to be made that the Warrior of Light is no longer is no longer canonically taking all that stuff on alone. There's an argument to be made for that. I don't know how much I could go either way on that. But the point is, the dude has completely clowned on icons. Like, at least all the trials, like, he did that alone. Canonically, like, he had to. Because he's the only one with the Echo. So, yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands.
I got it, bro. Don't worry.
Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
If Rabon had a nickel for every time he was field commander in a battle between the Eorzean Alliance and the Garleans, he would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird to happen twice. He would have more nickels than he does arms. But
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphino wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it.
Bonk me! That was funny. You deserve it. It was
fun. I
fun.
terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
I can keep my composure. I'm gonna shut up.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
I love Alice, man. I love Alice. Is it go time? Is it go time? I don't remember. Oh, it's go time! Alright! It is go time! Let me make sure cutscene skipping is off. Cool. Alright, let's do this. Favorite dungeon time, let's go! Yeah, boy! We going in with Hien and a random shaman. Wait, why? Are you telling me, like, we can't have an actual healer in this? Okay, whatever, fine. Come on, Alice, let's go! Hien is our tank. Y'shtola is dead. Y'shtola's not dead. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Connie Senna could be a healer. I love this Dungeons music. Volume up. We go to war for Frodo! I'm not doing, I'm not forcing the NPCs into full pulls. Just because I don't trust the tank or the healer to be able to manage it. Actually, I'll go ahead and do a tornado kick here. The last stand against Garlemald. Yo. Yo. This is the moment when it all counts. It's literally trench warfare. It kinda is, though. You know, actually, we're gonna try one double pull. We're gonna try one double pull.
Come no closer.
Oh, I stood in that. Well, luckily, he is successfully staying alive. Oh, thank you for the sub! Thank you for the sub, Rex. I appreciate it. In this household, we sub for war. I mean... You're not entirely wrong. There we go. Alright, time for boss number 1. Mark 3B Magitech Colossus. Oh, right! Our first spin mechanics! Stream buffered for a bit? Oh, did it? My apologies. Yan, can you stop spinning the boss? Ow.
You shall fall soon enough.
Get tornado kicked. Oh, I should join that. Well, I don't want to stand in that either. Ow. Come on. There we go. Airships are falling from the sky around you. Yeah, they are. It's a war zone out here. Do we tornado kick? This is pure cinema. I really have to agree. Oh, and now it's a real war zone. Hey, look, it's Lisa and Pippin! Brace yourselves, they've called for reinforcements. Did you catch that this dungeon theme includes the following: Stormblood, Garlean theme, and Rogger's Reach? Well, Rogger's Reach is really just a rendition of the Stormblood theme, but yes. Alright, now we're gonna hang on to Tornado Kick, because I happen to know that the next boss is soon. Paratroopers.
I shan't hold back!
And the Scorpion. Hey, have you ever played Final Fantasy VII? It does have the sounds of war in the background. Man, this lad is taking a while to kill. Places the action all around you, makes you really feel like you're in the middle of the war zone. It really does. Keep moving, we will hold them here. Alright. Good luck, Pippin, Lise. Hi, Jacob! Alright, let's do this. No, I mean... Ow. No! Bam. Oh. Nitro spin? No, thank you. Ow! What? Oh, I don't want to be in that. There we go. You had chicken adobo for dinner? Nice, nice. It's Emmerich and Connie Senna!
You underestimate me!
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum.
Out of my way! Enough! Enough! This knight does not yield!
There we go. R2 tanks. I love how this dungeon has like mini bosses that aren't really boss fights, but they have boss mechanics. Because you have so many allies. Onward! Come on, Emmerich! It helps to add to the feel that the Empire is throwing their all at you, but not bogging you down with real boss fights every other encounter. I agree, yeah. Fear not, help is on the way! Hi Pippin, hi Lise! Welcome back! Uh-oh. There's a big man. I do not want to be near that. Oh. The shield.
Forward! Forward!
It makes me mad that Pippin couldn't be voiced in this scene, dungeon. Or Connie Senna. Connie Senna also has a voice actor. Where are you going, Connie Senna? Oh, is she helping out with the other stuff? She is. She's disengaging from this fight. Uh-oh. Go, Lynx! Go on, Mylan, leave these soldiers to us. For Papa Limo. If you were paying attention, these two are the same as the Emperor's personal guard. These savages bested our vanguard? Impressive. But in the end, they are only that, savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. And I love how even that fight was surrounded by other engagements that Kane-sama needed to help out with. Even the battles aren't isolated, but are in the middle of a massive brawl. Agreed. I don't remember which one disengages first. You do. Okay. Oh, I was in that. Oh, I wasn't! Oh. They kind of hope to evade us both. Joke's on you, we did. The high five. Uh-oh, I have a thing. Ow. Bro, can you not? Uh-oh. Ow! This fight is definitely way different than it used to be. There are some similar mechanics, but, the mechanic vomit that is, oh my gosh. The mechanic vomit is worse now. You who are they who have witnessed this twice? Time for this stupid mechanic again. Oh no! No! Dang it! Ah! Oh, that mechanic is mean in, duty support. Alice betrayed you. She did! She was supposed to run the other direction. I really should be in the center for that. That's fine. The fighting is over. No one can dodge this attack. Proceeds to dodge by standing perfectly still. There are save points in the center of the field, but they are ridiculously hard to find. Oh, I was in that.
Enough!
You shall fall soon enough.
Alright, I'm gonna stand on the center. Where are they going? Well, actually, it doesn't matter with this one. No, Alice!
Enough!
Our healer! Oh no. Ow!
Out of my way! Enough!
There we go. Don't know why it just kind of broke there for a second. Oh, come on! Alright, where are they going? Ow.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
There we go. That was actually the right... We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. That was actually the right LB. I'm not even mad at Alice for taking it. I was gonna use it if she didn't, but that was actually the right time to LB, because it's 2 targets. You want the AoE LB. Here we go. Oh, hi, Yugiri. It's a shame Yugiri doesn't know any healing arts, because it would be cool for Yugiri to be our healer, instead of some rando. The Suits are thrown the back. Is it over already? Their teamwork was quite fierce and I must allow. Alright. Really quick. I need to run to the restroom really quick. So we're gonna wait here for just a minute at the end of the dungeon. And then I'm gonna also get some water. So I'm going to flip to the pause screen really quick. But I will be right back, y'all. Give me like 2 minutes, alright? Okay, I'm back. Hello. I am back. Ugh. I don't know if the sound got jankified there for a second for y'all, but I accidentally unplugged my headphones for a minute. So I hope nothing changed. I have water. I have used the restroom. So that is not going to be distracting me now. I'm definitely running that as a DPS than a tank. I actually would... I would personally prefer tank, but that's me.
We did it! I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Oh!
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity.
This really isn't the time for this!
Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Don't leave her alone, she said.
Oh no, don't tell me. Are you all right? Quickly, we must get her back to the encampment.
Poor Alice. And now she falls. So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alice, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the chirurgeons have completed their examination of Mistress Alice, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it all! Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alice is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Yugiri and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Judging by the Garleans' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Actually, let me just... There we go. That is basically all the scions. We're the only one left. Ah, Mylon, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Alice gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alice? I was certain she would have returned by now. That's worrying. Why, the 12, not her too. Ulsher and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltane, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole after all, though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us for the time being, at least. So I will mention, 4.5, this is where 4.5 ends. Technically, there's one more patch, which is 4.55, which is the final, like, 2-ish quests before Shadowbringers. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo, where we just were, That's Xenos. Or I guess a little bit in Xenos' skin, technically. Finish it if you can. That's the goal. A brief reprieve. Buff twink. Ah, Mylon. Yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I am afraid I have naught to report. Coltene and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. I'm trying to remember who this is. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Oh, Maxima! Master Mylon, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. It will seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Mylon and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. If you'll follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at North Silvertier, and I am certain he would be glad to see you. Assuming you can spare the time, that is. I can go. The war is on pause for right now, while the Empire regroups. And we regroup. Noom. Hey, I know that ship. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. Sid! As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garleans would say he is a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We, of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who thought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raubon that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives. Yep. Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think that I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Asians, did he? After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Aldin also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Asians? Yep. But that is madness! The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it. And yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Asians must be stopped. To save my people. To save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted. Not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seryu's wall was a good start, but we can do more. And we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. We seem to have entered the war arc then, and it'll be a long one. Yep. Yep. You would be correct. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. This is he. Commander Aldin requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah, yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time, no doubt being of the essence, could I tempt you to a ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Rabon's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Teleportation, exactly. No, apologize. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger. And every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious. Which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Mylon. Not even you. So please, take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? A Requiem for Heroes. This is it! This is it! This is it! This is it! Commander Alton is waiting, sir. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. Alright, let's go. Are you ready? Yes! Let's go! Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! That's concerning. Raoban is being highlighted by an instant's fight. You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Garlean's movements. Upon speaking with Raoban, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yeah, I got time. Commence battle for a Requiem of Heroes? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
Well, that explains how they did that.
And Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
So long as you leave the Ascian to me.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
No! No!
Why won't they open?
Not now!
Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
Well, Raban, I kinda have to be.
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Let's go. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Oh. I love how there's no words spoken. Hold your ground until the Warrior of Light arrives. In the coming battle, you will fight as Hien. Alright, I have Yagetsu. That's my single target. That is the dot. That's the gap closer. That's a heal. Okay.
Ready?
So there are still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. The Warrior of Light has left Alliance headquarters. Okay. Oh, they died.
This one's for you, Ada.
Oh, I have a regen! Yes! Soon I shall give the lie to man's indomitable spirit. Ow! The Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. It would not do to have Mylan arrive to find us battered and broken. Names, I cannot do them clearly. Listen, names are overrated. How to everyone else, Xenos is untouchable. By contrast, the will is so powerful and a god of war on the battlefield. Ow. Look upon Ame no Hakabiri and know the depths of your folly.
Here it comes!
Ow. Uh-oh.
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
Oh! Ow! The Warrior of Light is but a few hundred yalms away. I'm still miffed that literally every other ninja can use the mirror except you. Game shows that the wool is the true final boss. Ow! Hey, can I have Gap Closer back? He comes, does he? Then I need not waste my time on you. Oh, okay. I like that Kien goes blade to blade with Xenos. That is so cool.
You get it!
Damn you!
If I had a nickel for every time Yugiri tried to attack Xenos and got slapped away. Oh man. Oh man.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair.
Imagine punching Xenos successfully in the face successfully though. I mean, yeah.
Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Ah, bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it.
I will say, I don't think Did Xenos ever call us the Bringer of Light? Was that a thing he called us? Bomb, I love how the game really makes you show as a hero. Oh no, only friend. Yeah, no. He was only our first his first friend and enemy, right? Yeah.
Equilibrium must be restored. And only your death will redress the balance.
Showtime. Time to 1v1 an Ascian. In the coming battle, you will fight as Mylon Moro. Alright. Ow. Ninja needs a gap closer at an earlier level. I kind of agree with that. Wait a minute. This was... Oh no! Ow. Oh. Ow. Uh-oh. Ah! I didn't see that.
I see.
There we go. Ooh. The sheer difference in effectiveness between Hien and Co versus Xenos and Wolf versus Xenos. Exactly.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail. Ah!
Please.
This is not the time. This is really not the time.
Ah, someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Hi, you're probably wondering how I got here.
At last, I found you.
Could you send me back, please? I was a bit busy.
Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
A lot of people have need of my strength. Oh, ad break! Oh, hold on. We'll wait for a minute. We'll wait for a second. Like, I only have 30-second ads. It's fine. We'll wait. But yeah, last thing everybody saw was the Warrior of Light, not exactly winning due to interference. And, you know, Xenos having magic, which, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Xenos having magic. Alright, ad is over. You have to send me back. You really need to, buddy. You need to send me back.
The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey.
Your internet gave out for a minute? No!
All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
I love how my ears were clipping into the pillow. I'm awake! I'm awake! We don't even know if this dude is trustworthy. Hi, Emmerich.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
What did he sit on? There wasn't a chair there 5 minutes ago. Where's Xenos?
I see you recall that much, at least.
There's no chair there. He's just doing the sitting pose. He is. There's no chair there.
In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
The Azure Dragoon comes in again.
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies.
Why is my loop pedal on? What is going on over here? Let's just unplug the power thing. Battery low. I know battery low. I know that. Okay, that was strange. My loop pedal was being strange. The wheeze you let out? What do you mean?
Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Is Alice alright?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you.
But I can break limit.
Leave this fight to us, my friend. You've earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you confined to bed. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. Yeah, Count Edmond de Forton. Emmerich is becoming one of my favorites. Listen, you're seeing now why I love Emmerich so much. He is awesome. He's great. Yeah. Also, Rex, yeah, this patch in Shadowbringers is where the story pivots from the Wool being a god who needs to do everything to you having friends you can rely on. Exactly. Especially Shadowbringers. I love 14 characters in general. Same. As long as we have you, Master Moro, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need of reinforcements, Artoirel will soon be departing for the front lines, with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Utility. There we go. Listen, man, reading is hard. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps, so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Music just makes it better. Agreed. Agreed. I love the freaking Ishgard theme. No, I need to... There we go. I love the Ishgard theme so much, man. I am sorry to leave it behind. Okay. Cutscene. Hey guys, I'm back.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Take it! Ah!
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Totaro, no cry! You're gonna make me cry! Head pass, thank you. I know it's getting late. Hold on.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful.
I know it's getting late. We're gonna wrap up the post-Stormblood quests. And then we're gonna do our ritual of every time we start a new expansion, we go and watch the trailer for it. And then I will cut it off. So I know it's getting late. Please bear with me, y'all. All right. I promise. We're almost done. I promise. I promise we're almost done.
And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him.
Totaro crying is like Snowy crying is not allowed. I agree.
Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own, do you hear me?
Tataru.
So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... Meow, 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 meow.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious. Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I think that's credits. Is that credits? We have officially rolled credits on Stormblood. Let me, make sure browser audio is muted. Okay, it is. Cool. No, go away. Why are you changing your... Okay, whatever, fine. Stop! Oh my goodness. There we go. We have reached credits. I'm pretty sure there's one or two more cutscenes. So in the interest of time, despite me absolutely being a big fan of all this artwork, I like the artwork though, and the music. Watch it. If I watched it, it would take like 40 minutes. Okay, no, we're skipping from here. This is just going to be summaries of the patches, and honestly, it took us 3 or 4 streams to cover the patches. So from here, yeah, in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and skip. All right. Hi, Tataru. I knew you'd be all right. And to celebrate your return, I made you this. A brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Unfortunately, I'm in New Game Plus and I'm not going to be able to see it, but it's fine. But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Coinac's find. You go and rest while we track down that beacon. Bow, bow, now, now, meow, meow.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
There it is. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. We have completed Stormblood. And now... let me mute the background music. And... how about we do a little bit of this. Hold on 1 minute. Are you pulling up the trailer? I am. 1 moment, please. While I go figure out which one was... aha. No, come here. If I go over here, and then I hit full screen, sweet deal. There we go. Are we ready? Hopefully this isn't, hopefully this isn't too loud. I have no idea. This might be a tad loud. You guys will need to tell me if we need to turn it down or something, alright? But let's do this. Hydrate? Okay. Oh, the stream is dying! Okay, we're good. We're back. There's the hydrate.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
I'm gonna turn it down ever so slightly.
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light.
No, I did it as SpongeBob. Oh man. Fail, go back. It's a bit loud. There we go. Is that better? There will never be another Shadowbringers. I don't know. I don't know. It will be hard to replicate this.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles.
Also, if you notice, the job changes are the different jobs of the different expansions. He was first a Bard, which was 1.0, then Warrior, which is a Realm Reborn, then Dragoon,
Until
which is
our
Heaven's
friend
Ward.
returns, I will hold the line.
And then Monk, which is the first half of Stormblood. .0 Bard and Archer were not tied? Okay, well, you can understand.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better.
Gunbreaker! Smolon is a fake fan. Listen!
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
Don't pin that! And yes, Shadowbringers is when Figaro was introduced. And that is the answer.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh Umbral
My goodness,
calamity,
Bob.
must be undone.
And then Samurai for the back half of Stormblood.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must.
Vera were introducing the release rates. I mean, that was a character creation option, my boy. And yes,
The warrior of darkness.
Dark Knight is the poster boy for Shadowbringers, so we will be playing Dark Knight during the course of Shadowbringers. July 2nd, 2019. Oh boy, I wonder how much I'll have to wait for negative. Good, we need another Dark expansion. Okay. Let me close that. And close that on my end. Actually, I'll just leave that open. This is the massive time skip then. No, not exactly. You'll see. Instead of the stinky paladin expansion. No, not exactly. There's actually, not a huge time skip at all here. But you'll see. It will be explained. The trailer made it sound like it. I know that, but it'll make sense. Alamigo is at last free from Imperial rule, but that liberty may prove fleeting as the Empire moves to both reclaim this bloodied nation and subjugate all of Eorzea. In their hour of need, however, they cannot turn to the Warrior of Light, nor to the Scions, who yet slumber, their souls adrift. The realm is left to struggle without its saviors, for they have been beckoned beyond time and space, beckoned to the first. Paladin and their stinky holy light. Alright. But that is going to have to be it from me, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Let me go make sure my browser audio is muted. There we go. Cool. Let me go find someone to raid. Let's raid Brave. It's been a while since we raided Brave. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming along. I really rate Omega. I appreciate you guys coming along. I hope you all have a very good night. I apologize for it being so late, but I will see you guys all later. Let me go ahead and start the raid. /raid Brave Okami. There we go. If you're not taking along to his channel, I will go ahead and post that in chat. But yeah. Thank you to everybody for coming along, and I will see you guys on Thursday for more Hi-Fi Rush, and we will pick up Shadowbringers next week. See you guys later. Bye-bye!